On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, the first drive here, and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Off-play action. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Oh, a solid stiff arm in some open field. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Gibbs straight ahead. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
There's Goff. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Yeah, a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now it's gone. Now he's going to step up and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Super.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trey Anderson. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he'll run it for about 5, up close to the 40. Well, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll go again with Benson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 34. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Texans sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This is 2nd and 8.
All right.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right. 18. Let's go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
At 18. Let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Super 60.
Here's Goff. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now we'll pause for an injury, and it's the quarterback, Jared Goff, shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Christian Kirk deep to return it. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
The 22-yard line.
Let the hot.
Stroud sets up the play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. Inside the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Mixon going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Kirk now, the return man. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And Stroud now to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Stroud.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure. We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 20.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Play action. It's gone. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly are letting up today's partner because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here we go, 76.
Back to throw, Goff. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
180.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Benson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
18.
Stroud looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Texans 37, Lions nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Go.
Now Sanders. From the left side, caught by Laporta. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. 4th down to give to Gibbs. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And the Lions
70 Rangers, set Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Warriors 7, Dragons 60. '79 Broncos.
Here's Sanders. To the left side, he finds Tesla. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should be looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard.
Ready.
To throw is Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
3rd and 5.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run over center with Vincent. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Turn up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after try forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
40, Lions 7.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. A give left side for Benson. And he stopped immediately there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
40-yard line.
Another run here with Benson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Benson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A give. Here comes Benson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That good for 22 on a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
To Inigo Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And Parker, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.